Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So tonight we have some big news. Someone is guilty of seven different charges. So yeah, that someone is SBF. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the bullish Bitcoin signals that is upon us, and let's talk about a little bit about altcoins as well. Let's do this. Welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. Bitcoin had a little dip, just slightly. This morning, we're above like 35,000. We're a little bit lower, only down 300 points, so definitely not time to be panicking. But yes, we had a little tracement. That's okay. We need to. It's not like Bitcoin could just do this to the moon. There's going to be points where we just take a little breather, and that's okay. I think there's a couple reasons for this. Number one, the stock market today, the U.S. stock market was blooming. Okay, Dow jumps 550 points. That's a lot. So it's almost like an inverse relationship at this point. Maybe some of the profits from Bitcoin were pulled out to put in the stock market. I don't know. That could be a reason. Okay, we had Apple reporting today. Actually, they reported spectacular earnings, beating all fronts, yet they gave a weak forecast, and their stock actually went down. But that's okay, though, because Bitcoin-related or crypto-related stocks went upwards. Coinbase reported today. $674 million in Q3 revenue, blew the doors off expectations. They are making money left and right. That's what we want to see, right? Coinbase getting stronger is good for the entire space. So they definitely did. And it's not just them. Block also, Jack Dorsey's company, also beat earnings. Okay. And hey, they're both doing good. They're both doing good. People are getting back to Bitcoin, getting back to crypto trading. And that's why they're seeing their numbers go up. It's that simple. And by the way, Coinbase also, out of the blue, opened up futures trading for U.S. investors. That's unheard of. In the U.S., you really don't see any exchange offer futures trading. But Coinbase did. Interesting. So those of you guys that are using Coinbase, you can participate in some futures trading if you wanted to. Not that it's better than just normal trading, but yeah, it's an option out there. Anyways, so maybe that's why we pulled back a little bit, because U.S. markets were very hot today. All markets were hot, and maybe some people took a little profit out and put it into Coinbase or Block or something, right? But you know what? We're still on track, and that's why I have 4 bullish metrics to show you guys. But this also... This also came out, okay? The jury deliberation was very short. But I guess what else is there to talk about? You got all the major FTX guys pointing fingers at SBF. All the evidence is there. So SBF has been found guilty on all counts, okay? This is bad. 7 counts of wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering, etc., etc., etc. So now he awaits. There's going to be 4 months. He's going to enjoy probably his last Christmas as a free man. I don't even know as a free man, as an unjailed man, I guess, because his sentence hearing is in March. Okay, so these are like probably the last 4 months, before he got sent. Actually, I take that back. I don't know. He was already in prison because he lost his bail. So I don't know if he's just going back to prison and waiting for 4 months, or he gets to go home first for 4 months. I think it's the first. I don't think he actually does get to go home. So I take that back. He may be just sitting in prison for 4 months until the next court hearing, which is sentencing. But anyways, he's facing 110 years. Okay, so this is it. He may never get out of jail, ever. This could be a life sentence without per roll, right? So I mean, we got 4 months to wait until that happens. So the moral of the story is crime doesn't pay, I guess. Even when you elevate yourself up to a billionaire status and you think you're on top of the world, it could all come crashing down really, really quickly. So that's no good. All right. Moving past this. What else is going on? 4 signs that Bitcoin is starting its next bull run. Okay? And I've been talking about some of this already. It's not like it's really new. Here's one that shows the current trajectory of Bitcoin with previous cycles. Okay? And if you look at it, they're not identical, but they're really similar. They're really, really similar. You could see that this last time in 2021, Bitcoin topped out at the same point in 2017. Okay? So almost identical. And the first time we topped out in 2021 was the same time as we topped out in 2013. So you see there's a lot of similarities. And you also see where the bottom of all these cycles are. Pretty much at the same point. And afterwards, we recover, right? And we just keep on going. We're getting closer and closer to having been. So here's one sign that we are in the next bull run. We're recovering from bottom. That's obvious. Okay, that's really obvious, right? And then you have accumulation. Of course, yeah, that signals it. We have massive accumulation, the number of holders, the number of Bitcoin being held, right? All basically all-time high right now. That's a sign. That's a pretty good sign or signal that we're in a bull run, right? Of course, we got spot Bitcoin ETF. Unfortunately, today we were going to get some good news, but we didn't. Closed SEC meeting. Thought maybe it was about Bitcoin ETF conversion. It was not, right? But we know one is coming. Sometime between now and March, we will get a spot Bitcoin ETF. That's pretty bullish, right? And what about the fear and greed index? I don't know if this is a really good indicator because this swings wildly from one week to another. But we are in greed. So again, usually in a bull run, people are greedy. So yeah, that also makes sense, right? So none of these signals are really new, things that I've been talking about. But sometimes you just have to like add it together. Sometimes one isn't enough. One signal isn't enough. You need to add them all together to kind of convince you that, yeah, we're in a bull run, okay? But even in a bull run, there are periods where, yeah, we may dip. There are volatile times, but overall, we keep on going, right? And where can Bitcoin head to eventually? Here's an interesting one. Instead of showing you guys on-chain metrics or just charts in general, what about adoption curve? Okay, look at all these previous inventions and how long it took for them to catch on, right? Obviously, I'm not even going to go talk about steel production or cement production. Okay, that's like hundreds of years ago. Let's talk about like newer stuff. Mobile phones, internet users, broadband users, right? Those all came out 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. But still, it took decades for them to catch on. But look at the very right side. Bitcoin and Ethereum just mooning. Okay? We barely started, yet our adoption is growing the fastest ever compared to even the internet and mobile phones. Right? That shows you how fast things are moving right now, but it also shows you how early it still is. Because look at this example. Internet users in 1997, 140 million. Internet users in 2007, not even today, 2007, 3.7 billion. How many Bitcoin users do we have? 140 million. So if you're trying to compare Bitcoin and its current, I guess, adoption, is similar to the internet in 1997, okay? And obviously things have changed quite a lot since 1997. So in the future, can you even imagine what's going to happen on top of Bitcoin? How many people are going to be holding it? And all the new innovations that's happening on top of Bitcoin right now too. Like, just wait another 10 years, 20 years. You're not too late to the party, as this person basically is saying. It's still very early, but adoption is going up faster than any basically previous invention that we ever had. You know, on a global scale, it's insane right now. Okay, insane. Very bullish metric shows Bitcoin, XRP, Ether, Solana, Cardano, SHIB set for explosive prices. What does that mean? Well, traders, okay? Those gosh darn traders, now they're turning more bearish. There's a bearish sentiment rising among traders, okay? Why? I don't know. Maybe they're looking at things, saying that Bitcoin is overbought, and maybe there's certain signals that's telling them. But it's funny that sentiment is actually using a contrarian view, saying that this growing bearish sentiment among traders is actually probably make Bitcoin continue forward and higher. That's actually kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny. But you know, the thing is, that's why I don't preach trading. Okay, trading could swing wildly from 1 minute to another, from one day to another, a week to another, right? What I concentrate on is DCA, dollar cost average. And you know what? This Redditor proved it. He put $5 in to Bitcoin every single day for a year, and he's up 41%. That's all it takes. You know, if you skipped one Starbucks trip, you take that $5 and you put into Bitcoin, well, you're seeing a 41% year return. Okay, this is from like really high levels too, not from the bottom. If you're starting from the bottom, obviously you're up over 100% already. This is starting from a very, very elevated level, right? So this is what I'm saying. DCA works. Michael Saylor's proving it. This Redditor proved it, right? I'm going to prove it with my DCA portfolio with you guys. DCA is the ultimate way to build up your position without any guessing, without fear, without emotion. You set it like clockwork, and then you just forget about it, right? That's really it. Okay. And DCA works. Not just for Bitcoin, for everything else out there too. I take that back. Not everything else, because some just will never recover and some has been, you know, rug pulled and stuff. That's a different story. But I'm just saying, like, in general, all the other altcoins that you may be holding that you do love and you do see progress and you love the leadership and you love the roadmap, you know, those are the ones worth DCAing into. Cardano may be one of them. Cardano is everyone's favorite non-moving coin. I'm just kidding. Cardano sees major movement. Does that mean a 40% increase is in the cards? Right now, what's happening is a lot of, look at that spike. The amount of ADA moved multiplied by age of dormant coins hits highest level since April of 2022. Basically, what's happening is a lot of the old wallets that have never been used and touched for a very long time now coming back to life. Okay, people are getting excited again. People are coming back, rediscovering what's happening within Cardano. That's how I'm taking it. That's a huge spike. A huge spike. And interesting enough, the most popular lightweight wallet for Cardano, NAMI, just got bought out by Cardano, okay? By IOG, Input Output Global, right? This actually caused some controversy because some people think, you know, someone like IOG should not be buying it. But, you know, Charles is saying, screw that. You know, we're trying to make the ecosystem better, okay? We're onboarding wallets that people love. And we're going to continue to push forward with our new governance, making Cardano decentralized. We're going to onboard a lot of dApps. And then we're going to get in tens of millions of users. That is his ultimate vision, right? Getting tens of millions of users on top of Cardano. And that's why so many people love Cardano and continue to hold ADA. Because they believe in Charles. They believe in his vision, right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What about Ripple? Okay. Well, Ripple's still making moves. You got Georgia Central Bank choosing Ripple for digital currency pilot, right? They're not the only ones. There's others that's doing this. Ripple's also onboarding Metaverse, onboarding DeFi, trying to get NFTs involved. I mean, there's just a lot of things. Ripple themselves also trying to go IPO. November 9th is when they talk to the SEC again. And hopefully it gets their case dismissed. There's a lot of things happening. And that's why some experts think that, yeah, blast off is imminent following the brilliant monthly close of October. Okay? Blast off imminent. It's doing quite well. It's above 60 cents, right? So it's been, now it's a little bit below, but it's been at like 50 cents for a long time. So now that it's 60 cents, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So blast off imminent for XRP, for Cardano, for Solana certainly, although it pulled back, and for Bitcoin soon. All right. That's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. Stefan, BMX11. Jordan, I'm thinking about canceling my F1 Vegas trip and going to the CryptosRus Karate Combat instead. I want to go to both, but I'm hearing it could be chaotic at the F1 event. Yeah, I've never been to one before, but it can be. Obviously, they blocked off all the roads for the cars, and I don't know if that affects, you know, road traffic and stuff like that. I'm not going to say that you should do that and come to the IFC you know, kickoff party, but I will say I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. You know, I'm just gonna say that I think you will not be disappointed if you come. I've been talking to a lot of people, even my neighbors and stuff. People are like getting interested in crypto again. A lot of people asking about Bitcoin, why it's coming up, and you know, I could tell the FOMO is building, right? So it's gonna be a good event. If you want to join, glad to have you. I know some people already bought the VIP tickets, which will be great because you get to go to the fight, you get to go to the weigh-ins and the face-off, and you get to go to the party. It's like a 3-for-all, and you get a special NFT too. But those of you guys that don't want all that, you just want a ticket and hang out with me and the other influencers, and also have a good time networking with other crypto like-minded people and crypto projects and so forth. It's gonna be a good event, and it's in Vegas, right? So what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, kind of, sort of. All right. Let's see. SBF's hemorrhoids are calling. SBF, don't drop the shampoo. All right. Party like it's 1999. Ben Johnson. X1 blockchain plans on rewarding 80% transaction fees back to the devs who build on it. If your project is popular, 80% fees go back to you. Thanks for sharing, Ben. Thanks for sharing. Let's see. Recently, every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, U.S. debt clock has a secret window which shows a cartoon mocking the government. Check them out live nightly. Really? Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But what's the secret window time? Like, what times? First VAR rifleman. First VA rifleman. Should I sell my precious metals, or at least some of them, and go hard into crypto? Own both. I can't tell you what to do, man. But I can tell you this. Last time I checked gold, it went up $130 or $150 in the last 11 years. That's not even catching up with inflation. That's below inflation. Okay, and if you look at others, they're not doing much better. So if you look at what Bitcoin has done in the last 13 years, forget about it. Millions of percents, right? And I don't think it's going to stop. So you decide what you want to do. For me, I don't hold any precious metals besides the gold in my watches. Yeah, I just think nothing can outperform Bitcoin, especially no precious metal. Joseph said, I got my grandmother to buy 5K into a MicroStrategy. She's happy. Congrats. Congrats. Habits for Humanity. Does the SBF verdict moon crypto, or is it just another day? It does not affect. I mean, obviously it doesn't affect price. Otherwise, we'll be mooning right now. I don't think SBF's verdict has anything to do with price. I think we just pulled back because we needed to, and it's okay. Sometimes there doesn't need to be a reason, right? We love to like find a reason, and sometimes I speculate and tell you guys what I think, but ultimately, you know, we went up a lot really fast, and it's just a healthy pullback. That's really what it comes down to. Murray Higgins, 10. 10 what? You mean about the debt clock? Or what? Oh. Secret Windows live right now. Okay, interesting. What kind of watches are you into? Just Rolex. Rolexes. I know there's a lot more expensive watches, and you know, Richard Mille and APs and all that, right? I just collect Rolex. It has a name recognition, so it'll never go away. And Rolex has been growing like crazy. Your efforts are much appreciated. This is from Murray Higgins. Obviously, I think rarely missed a stream for years now. Keep it up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Man, I gotta tell you guys, I'm gonna be honest here. This drop on Solana like wiped me out on my 20x. So the last few days I've been telling you guys I've been making money left and right with Solana 20x, right? And then some people are like, hey, George, teach us how to do leverage. And I told you guys, don't follow me because I'm degenning, and it could go horribly wrong. So today with this drop, man, I got liquidated on a new 20x, and it's huge, huge, more than I care to share. But this is why you don't play with leverage, right? And I tell you guys, I do it for fun. I degen and I make money, great, but sometimes I just get completely wiped out, and it's no fun. That's the problem with leverage. It makes you think, like after a win or two, it makes you think you're a genius. Like, oh man, this is easy money. I can make as much of it as I want to. I'm so smart because I made so much money. And then you go in and then boom, you lose it all. Can't really stop loss on a 20x. It goes down up and up so fast. You know. If you ain't gambling, you ain't playing. Well, that's certainly true. What's up with the TikTok videos and content? It's still going, man. I don't think a lot of people are playing it, though. To be honest, not a whole lot of people are getting it. So I've been thinking about new strategy with TikTok because my TikToks are just not working, though. So I need a new kind of strategy or content or something because they're not really growing. TikTok's algorithm changed. It's not like before. And I noticed this too. A lot of the famous like creators I used to watch on TikTok no longer show on my feed. So something's changed. I think they made it more towards like, again, like YouTube, where they show you more videos of who you follow, not just like random videos. Not nearly as much as before, random videos from all these types of creators. So I think it's the same with my crypto videos too. They're just not doing nearly as well as before. What's your opinion of VeChain this cycle? Was a big fan and not heard of them. You know what? They're gonna be in Vegas too, for the USC fight. And they, you know, I think I'm inviting some of the team members from VeChain to be in this kickoff party. So if you want to meet them, you should come. They've been working on like sustainability and stuff like that. They've been working on like the bigger picture type things, not so much on price pumps. You know, they're still very lightweight in DeFi, almost non-existent. And that's something that I need to talk to them about. Like, you know, people want to be able to do more, right, with VET, to be able to stake it in pools and earn, and be able to swap and do other things. Like, you know, VeChain has been concentrating on a lot of sustainability stuff, like going green and carbon neutral, you know, stuff like that. But they're not really concentrating on bringing more DeFi dApps or games or things that, you know, gets retail people excited about. So I love to still help them with that. But you know what? They're still huge. They got a huge treasury, $1+ billion in market cap. They're going to do just fine. But I love to see them move more into some of the things that other chains have. Increase their TVL, for example. Their TVL is so low right now. Yes, Lean, I don't know what you're talking about. You keep saying that. No, I have not had an issue with synchronization with ETH, so can't help you there. Just stick to YouTube and OnlyFans. That's where all your fans are. Well, I don't know about OnlyFans. Been thinking about that for a long, long time. Not sure I'm ready for that yet. Team Ben or Team Discover? Question for everyone. Well, I will say this. Ben is in IFC. Okay. And there's a few surprises. There may be a few, one or two, from Team Discover too, that may be representing. So I'll just throw that out there. I haven't released any of the matches yet, nor all the fighters. I will do so slowly. We'll introduce a lot of video content on CryptosRus Plus, so make sure you follow it. And all these individual fighters will be promoting the fight, obviously, a lot going forward. Most of the contracts have been signed. These guys are training already. It's going to be no joke. What would be the biggest fight people want to see? Let's take a poll right now. Len, 1 gifted membership. Thank you. What would be the one fight you guys would want to see? Between who? Right? Like, who are like the villains that, or non-villains, or the biggest beefs that's in the space, and you would love to see the two pair up? Okay, I'm talking about like crypto, not like Mark versus Zuck. I can't make that happen. Musk versus Zuckerberg. I can't make that happen. Jeff, 5 gifted memberships. SBF versus Apple. A lot of the ones that you guys have said, I have tried and thought about and asked, but can't get it happen. Sometimes one party just doesn't want to do it. It's tough. It's tough. You know, Mike, I never thought about asking her because I don't know who she would fight with. That's the thing. There's no other women that have asked to fight. So I don't know. Era, I appreciate that. Are you holding BTC through an entire cycle or sell out before the bear? You know, I'm going to take profits, but I'm never going to sell it all. I'm definitely going to keep some for sure. Look at Citizen Crypto. 10 gifted memberships tonight is a giveaway day. A lot of gifted memberships. Thank you, Citizen Crypto, and everyone else that has been gifting. Jeff Wharton did 5. Len did 1. There's a lot of memberships left and right. JR, I already asked that. No. The Austin Twins, the Altcoin Daily guys, no. Era, another 5 memberships. There's memberships given out left and right. Is there a drug testing before the fights? What's against the rules? It's all according to karate combat rules, and yes, they do. You know, they have a whole thing. I saw the contract. It's like a whole waiver thing. You know, they got things covered. Crypto Casey versus Guy. Why would you want to see that? Wendio versus the IRS. A lot of memberships given out tonight. A lot. Is Compound any good? It's not bad. It's like Aave. You know, I think they both did well, but generally speaking, you know, like liquidity providers or lenders like Aave and Compound, they don't do that well during the bull market. They kind of do, but not that well. Man, B13SR, 5 new memberships. There's today's membership gifting day. That's like 30 memberships. That's a lot of memberships being given out. Thank you to everyone that has been gifting out memberships left and right. It's like Christmas around here. That's right. I mean, everyone has like a star now. Almost everyone watching tuned in has a star. There's so many members. That's good. Do I get paid by peeps gifting them? No, because they're paying to give out the memberships. I get nothing. So these guys are just giving it out to you guys. How? You don't ask me. Just ask the guys who are gifting them. Richard, I appreciate that. 3 years. That's a long time. Explain how others get the membership. I don't even know how, because I'm not able to gift them out. Only you guys can. But basically, you're buying memberships for others, right? And you're giving it to them. I don't actually know how it works. But thank you. The fight is in February, but there will be like a get-together, obviously, in December. Faiz, I can't say yes or no. I'm assuming no, but I can't tell 100%. I'm going to say no. Crypto Keeper versus Data Dash. Data Dash, yeah, I don't think he's not in the cards for sure. All right, guys. DJJ since 2017. Man, that's a long time. Thank you. Thank you, man. All right, guys. Overall, today is not a bad day. I mean, Bitcoin went down a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. That means we get to DCA a little bit more. SBF found guilty of all charges. He will be going to jail for a very, 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 very long time. And you know what? DCA wins every single time. All right? So, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care.